Hey, what's up, guys? It's Fizzy Fox TV here, and I'm back at it again with another YouTube video. And today we're going to be playing The Sims 3 Supernatural. I've been anticipating this series for a while. I'm not going to lie. I've been actually waiting so long to drop this series. It's just that, life gets busy and there'll be a lot of things I have to do and stuff like that. And, I love giving y'all guys good content. So, I had to do it for my people who love Sims. And thank you for supporting the other series too, because there's a lot more different types of games coming on the way. Also, I did want to talk about, The Sims 3. I'm not gonna lie, guys. The reason why it took a long time is because I also had to fix this game. Okay, so there's a lot that's changing with these new computers, so we have to adapt in some sort of way. I didn't know that we had to have, I had to literally create a whole new electronic arts folder or something like that, and it got my game running. But at first it was crashing and stuff. I'm like, what the hell? I'm thinking I'm running too many expansion packs and stuff like that, and I barely got any expansion packs right now, because I've been just stacking up little by little. I've been saving for my DLCs and stuff like that, because I do want to save the DLCs for like Tekken and other games that I do be playing on the side. And that's also content that's coming as well. I'm so happy though, guys. I'm so happy though that I got everything out the way going forward. I got a new update to Windows 11, and I also got a lot of bug fixes and a new virus protection. So I'm pretty sure this is gonna work out pretty well. It didn't really take me much to make these Sims, by the way, guys, because also, I wanted to get into this too. It's been really hard for me to not get custom content, but I do actually like The Sims 3 without the custom content, because I'm not gonna lie, I'm not risking none of that virus shit on my computer to play a game. I actually just genuinely love the game for what it is. I feel like if you have all the expansion packs in The Sims 3, I actually just think that you don't need anything else. Like, I mean, you could buy from the store. I say do it like that. I mean, it's more like, realistic. If for The Sims 3, I'll do it for, but like, not The Sims 4, because that shit is expensive. They want you buying multiple packs and stuff like that, and then they just got freaking sold to Saudi Arabia. So I don't even know how that's going down right now and what's even going down with that. But The Sims 3, it's been one of the series that I could say that I could play most of the expansion packs and not get bored. And at least there's a lot of tasks, opportunities, different things. It's like, even though certain features, in my opinion, are missing out the game, people like the little details and stuff. But I think that, honestly speaking, The Sims 3 is definitely a full game. Like, you feel me? The expansion packs are definitely worth buying. They're all cheap, and they're probably gonna always be that way for a while, because they want to promote The Sims 4 as much as they can. But I'd even update myself on that. I'm gonna have to look into that, guys. I'm not even gonna lie. I'm gonna have to look into what's been going on with EA recently, because I was really heavy on it last year. But yeah, I'm just over here selecting houses. Okay, guys, please don't judge me though. I'm gonna pick a pre-made house at first, but you already know what this leads to. But I just want to see what these houses are working with, really. And I was really just trying to see if they had any more like real houses or whatever. I like the terrain though. I like the beaches though. That's the only reason why I got this one as well. I know there's a lot of like creatures, certain things that will come on your land and stuff like that, and start doing crazy stuff like digging through your garbage or digging dirt up off the the ground and stuff like that. I'm trying to figure out though. Man, I guess we're gonna have to go with this house, cause I ain't seen no nice houses in this one. Dang, I hope it doesn't like bother me when I buy it. Nah, we're not gonna go to university. We're not doing all that. We're gonna take this off. All right. I mean, this is something really cute for like in real life though. Like, I would get this in real life. Like, I actually get this whole, like, it's something easy on the eyes. Something very calm. Not really into the whole like. If anything, I like something a little bit more modern. Y'all know how I go. And wow, they already reading stuff. I made her a fairy and I made him like a werewolf, but I don't even know if they who's gonna get whose powers, who's gonna have wings and stuff like that. But I don't think it goes like that unless, like, I don't know how genetics in The Sims work. That's why I was checking it out in the beginning. I was like, hold on, let me check and see what type of babies they can make, what type of babies they can have. One had a damn witch hat on. Does it like create different types of supernatural like beings, or like does it like turn into either one of the parents? Like, I don't know. I'm probably gonna look into one of. I'm gonna look into that. I'm gonna look into that. Okay. Definitely not enrolling in university again. If y'all want to see my university series, by the way, guys, you know, I'll definitely put that in the link in the description down below for you guys to watch and everything. It's about like 10 episodes, and you know, it's a really, really good series. I think that's probably one of my favorite ones that I've done out of all of them. So we're gonna place some things, you know, in certain places and stuff like that. I think, you know, at this point we just might as well get a computer, because we're gonna find her a job, because she wants to do something, she wants to have a profession. Though I gave them, like, you know, kind of different kinds of like aspirations, and I do want to switch them around a little bit, you know, since they are like still young and stuff. But I do need to make their connection with each other a little bit better, I'm not gonna lie, because you know they're about to be, you know, married soon. You know, they engaged right now, but you know, I didn't, you know, rush the process. I want them to, like, you know, have a good time and stuff like that. But you know, anything be happening in this series, you never know. Okay, guys, so we in front of this like garbage thing over here. I'm pretty sure this is where like you find tools and stuff like that to like build stuff, build cars. I'm pretty sure this has like this like was introduced in The Sims 2. I'm pretty sure. I forgot which expansion pack to be, you know, specific. Let me see. I think it was like open for business, possibly open for business, because I know that The Sims 2 did have did they have like a car expansion pack, or is that just like The Sims 3 and I'm just thinking about Fast and Lane stuff or whatever stuff pack that was. But anyways, oh, look over here, they have fish in the water. You know, that is so crazy how this game got so much more detail. It is insane. I know I always got to call it out, but you know, you always got to call it out, because there's no way, like, that's just the most simplest thing that you could put in the game. Seriously. And with the type of graphics and stuff that we have now, like all the things that you could do with like AI and video games, they need to fix some of these games. But I don't think they should AI The Sims 3 though. Ooh, this club look pretty nice. You know what? We probably gonna come over here and chill out and stuff like that. But yeah, like, I don't think that they should make The Sims 3 AI to fix the game. Like, I think they should just leave it all alone with the bugs and stuff like that. And eventually somebody down the line will drop a patch where they fix that bug completely and stuff like that, and they're able to, like, you know, run smoothly on everybody else's computer, because that really just been what The Sims 3's problem was for so long. So we're just gonna probably wind up getting them a car. Man, this brings back so much memories of like all the different types of pre-made cars that they had. Even though I love the mods, don't get it twisted, because they have a lot of mods where people get like, you know, Mercedes Benz and all that, and you know, be getting whips and shit. Like, they be getting all types of different types of cars. And you know, even though this one looks like a Jeep, because in real life I love Jeep cars, I'm not gonna lie, Jeeps are like the best traveling cars. Oh my gosh, guys, do y'all not see how beautiful the pool is? Oh my gosh, the pool looks so realistic and cool. This is the stuff I'm gonna miss about The Sims, I swear. Like, a lot of these little details, all right, like, you know, definitely a downgrade. The Sims 4 definitely downgraded for sure. And you got a little couple in there, so like, you know what, we definitely got to take a visit to the pool, because you know what, that's such a cool little feature. That's and you know, the detail in the world just in general, you know, this is like a GTA game almost. So now that we are at the club, and wow, it looks really nice once again. Even though it could have been a little bit better, I'm not gonna lie, they could have added a little bit more chairs if they were gonna go for like a dining room set, you know. You know, I feel like if fans were making like these things, it would have been way better. And I can see why a lot of people go online and, you know, download some houses, download some, like, you know, custom content, because at the end of the day, I do know y'all love to play y'all games the way y'all love to play, and I know y'all love like a more realistic aesthetic of the game and stuff, even though it's pretty realistic for me, you know. The graphics and everything is pretty crisp for the most part. But yeah, that's pretty cool, you know. Let's see, we're gonna have them chat, you know. why not become friends with a ghost? Like, fuck that. You know what I'm saying? Let's do that. And I'm guessing he's going to like get a drink right now. I'm pretty sure they can get it themselves and stuff like that. You could become a bartender, do a lot of fun little activities in this one. You can really learn all types of stuff, serve people all types of drinks, own your own businesses because I got ambitions. So we definitely gonna check a lot of these features out. With Supernatural. I know you can do a lot of cool things and do spells on people and stuff. And I want to see him transform for the one time, but we don't want to hurt nobody right now. So we gonna chill. We gonna chill for the most part, and we don't want to bite nobody, get them infected and shit. They want to becoming a werewolf. Is that how it works? On how people become a werewolf is when you get bit by a werewolf or some shit. I'm not sure, but yeah. So yeah, they playing rock paper scissors. See, now this wouldn't be a Sims, series if we did not build a house. I know you guys were like, "What?" You know what I'm saying? Because normally I do build a house, but guys, I'm not really that advanced. Okay, do not give me too much credit. Because building a house is so much work. When I tell you, it's been so long since I built a house, like, and I'd be so sorry that my structures can be like sometimes the same. I don't be knowing like what I could possibly do to make this like possibly better and stuff like that sometimes because I'm only limited to what I have. But I know that if I had like multiple expansion packs like already downloaded, this shit would go so hard. But it's good to work with what you got because you got the color wheel, you got certain things, and that's another feature that I wish that they had back in The Sims because that was a lifesaver. There was never a time that it never saved your life. You can match everything to the capacity that you want to match it to. Everything could be like fully color coordinated if you're just one of those people, but like I don't really have as much free time on my hands as I used to, so it is a little bit more difficult, I'm not gonna lie. But I wasn't gonna just disappoint my fans like that. I'm gonna build me a house because that y'all knew, and I had to move, okay, because that house was just freaking terrible. All right. That was a very, very, very weird structured house, and for it to be a pre-made house with only one bedroom, they could have definitely did better. But I love my big little mansion houses and stuff like that. Walk-in stairs with the garage, the everything. You know what I'm saying? And I do need to make a series where I make an apartment because I know The Sims 3 has apartments, even though it's not called apartment life, but we have it in nightlife. And it's actually pretty fucking dope. It's pretty dope. And I do not regret the experience and the fact that even back in the day when I first got these expansion packs with Late Night, and Supernatural with seasons and certain ones, it was definitely worth it. But one that's been on my mind, no, two that's been on my mind recently that I really want to get is The Sims 3. Which one? The Sims 3 Generations and The Sims 3. World event, no, not World Adventures, it's called Island Paradise. Yep, Island Paradise. And it's because of what you can do, the fact that you could build a house on a boat, you could live on a boat. Oh my gosh, it's so glitchy still on certain computers, but I'm so happy that I'm doing this on a very advanced PC because if you do not just get a new computer and just call it a day, it may or may not just be a good experience for you. I mean, it may be a little glitchy. Certain parts in the map would, start glitching and stuff like that. And some people be having crashes. But, I got a couple patches, so I'll be all right. I'll be all right. I promise that I'll try to be good for as long as I can. You guys know that I was in a rush to make this for so long. Even building the house too, I kind of got lazy throughout it, but I'm gonna keep adding installments and making it look nice and stuff because I love doing these houses, I love doing these let's plays, and I just wanted to show you guys like some nice full content. I love doing things perfectly. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist at when it comes to editing certain things, and I just want everything to be crisp and stuff like that. And look at all these accessories and stuff. I didn't really know where to go in the direction. I kind of like the second floor more than I like the first floor. I hate when I get into that because for some reason the second floor or the first floor, man, I was up all night editing, making sure everything was good. But yeah, so it's little, minor things that I do need to work on. I do be wanting to, make perfect so that you guys can have a very balanced, you know what I'm saying, series and stuff like that. And it looks pretty nice for what it is right now. Everything looks pretty cool. I'm gonna add like some more, installments to it as we go on throughout the series. But this looks pretty good for like, a starter. Me just getting everything done and stuff like that. So definitely, I'm gonna hop right on into this when I am finished. Hey guys, so this pretty much concludes for our house build on The Sims 3 Supernatural, guys. This was basically the first part. I hope you guys liked it. Don't forget to like, subscribe, share if you want more content, and deuces.